Stay. Hello, this is Adam Spindell with the week something and something or other Fantasy Fire Flames Football League. You know that league I'm in. And it's a weekly recap. So let's go to the Ed Chunk scoreboard. Nawanda Red plays Raji Khan Country. Nawanda Red, I don't even know what that name means. I don't think I'm supposed to know what it means. Wins on the strength of Cardinals defense, 15 points, and Megatron. Raji Khan Country not helped by another disappointing outing for Colin Kaepernick. Congratulations to Wanda Red, owned by Chris Boltina. The way Chris dies is that he becomes a secret agent and he has an assignment in Monte Carlo. And he's driving a convertible and he's trying to, pull one of those moves where you get between the trailer wheels in the convertible, go under it. Chris is unfortunately too tall and he gets decapitated. His head is, his head is found by a group of young Spanish school children visiting Monte Carlo, and they use it as a soccer ball in their little games. Niall, well, he perishes in quite a different way. He's in a meeting in Hollywood with some big-time directors, and it's a barbecue, and Niall attends, and he sees that there's one last hot dog, and Niall's hungry, and he wants the hot dog, but he thinks that it may be tainted in some way. And Quentin Tarantino notices this and discusses this with Niall, and then goads him into eating the hot dog, which Niall eats. Now, Niall, apparently no ill effects, feels fine the rest of the night, goes to sleep. He doesn't wake up. Apparently, it was a poisoned hot dog, and not only did Niall die from a poisoned hot dog, but he dies before he can tell people that people had been trying to poison him all along. And he dies without that satisfaction. Poopies on nice efforts by Nick Foles, AJ Green, and Raiders defense gets by the Blair Walsh Project as the team's namesake posts 11 points. For the Blair Walsh Project, Mike James getting knocked out early and half the bench on bye weeks certainly didn't help. Congratulations to Max Shattuck, the Green Bay Poopies owner. Max dies in what can only be considered a fitting way. Max, while in the physics lab, goes to walks by a nearby lab where radiation is leaking from. Well, this radiation, of course, gives Max superpowers, which he uses not only to attract girls, but also to save things, save people. And at the beginning, well, he saves school buses, that sort of thing. But in a while, it gets old for Max, and it becomes all about him. And Max he steals an aircraft carrier and attempts to fly it back to his parents' cabin home. And on the way, unfortunately, Max miscalculates the distance that he has to carry it, and it crashes, the aircraft carrier crushing him to death. And apparently the miscalculation was due to Max failing to convert a metric system value. So once again, the metric system kills another American scientist. Justin, I know he's in the league, but I haven't seen the guy in 2 years. I'm thinking we're just using his social security number, right? Is that right? Anyway, Justin dies when there's a machine occupation. And the machines decide to line up everybody in alphabetical order by their last name. And once everybody's lined up, they decide they're going to kill the people whose last names begin with the beginning of the alphabet. Unfortunately for Justin, the machines read the other way, and they kill all the Z's, and Justin's gone. Sandshrew Luck bests the Gypsy Dangers. Tons of scoring in this one. Gypsy Dangers kicker from Seattle, Stephen Hauscher, had 19 points, 26 points from Brandon Marshall, 28 from RG3. Sandshrew Luck fired back with 32 for Drew Brees and 28 for Demaryius Thomas. Oddly enough, Wes Welker was the low scorer for Gypsy Dangers with 2. Wes Welker has 5 points, and Gypsy Dangers wins. Congratulations to Jacob and his Sandshrew Luck. Jacob dies when he is attacked by his own electric keyboard at a concert. Jacob manages to escape the keyboard, only to be later strangled by the electric bass. John Carsko is torn apart by a pack of wild dogs at the Robert Street Walmart. The Bone Slum Millionaires and Dark Carnival tangled in this bloody brother war. Dark Carnival not helped by zero, that's zero from the Colts defense, not much from anybody else on the team either. Top score for Dark Carnival, Russell Wilson with 21. Next highest, 10 points. Yuck. The Bone Slum Millionaires, the league leader, carried to victory on the strength of 18 points from the Giants' defense. Didn't see that one coming. Congratulations, Henry, and your Bone Slum Millionaires for defeating Dark Carnival and continuing your reign atop the FFL. Henry perishes when he has the interview of his life at a game company in Chicago for an internship, and he's returning from the interview feeling as good as he can. He walks by the Target Target in downtown Chicago, and he looks up, and they're loading something onto a higher floor, and all of a sudden the load gives way, and out tumble crates and crates of boxes, and Henry is crushed to death by Dutch Crunch potato chips. Julian perishes in a different manner. Julian visits one Sunday, goes to the Mall of America and visits Banana Republic. And unbeknownst to him, a small band of South American terrorists think the Banana Republic is an actual country and invade the store and hold everybody at gunpoint. They choose Julian and they chop his head off while Julian is wearing khakis and a tasteful polo. East Side Why So Serious nudges out the tasteful rape jokes. The jokes were led by Marshawn Lynch. Why So Serious leaves the Cowboy defense on the bench and opts to start the 49ers. That decision proves to be a 22-point swing as the Dallas defense posts a -9. Congratulations to Coy and his East Side Why So Serious for narrowly defeating Eli Sanchez and his tasteless, tasteful rape jokes. Coy dies when he goes on safari in Africa. He goes water buffalo hunting in Africa. And he and his guide manage to shoot a water buffalo. And as a surprise to Coy is right after they walk up to the water buffalo, his guide chops the water buffalo's head off and begins dancing, holding up the water buffalo head. And then he tells Coy that it's custom to do the same. So Coy grabs the water buffalo head, holds it above his head, starts jumping around when he is shot by another water buffalo hunter. Eli dies in the classic JC way. Not the JC death you're thinking of, the one where Julian and me and Henry and Jacob kill Jesus Christ. No, not that JC. I'm referring to JC Julius Caesar. And Julius Caesar dies when all his pals in the Senate decide they all want a shot at him, just one stab each, but plenty of stabs. So Eli, a group of his friends gather and stab Eli to death. Happy to report that the Mock Ducks win their second in a row. Strong performances from Peyton Manning, not Peyton Hillis. Panthers D and Pierre Garcon, also good games. The FUs led by Matt Stafford with 18, but little else. Steven Jackson had just 2 points. Congratulations to me for defeating the FUs, the Flaming Unicorns. Go Mock Ducks. Kelly dies when she attends Eli's murder party, and she is killed on the backswing from a determined ex-girlfriend. The way I perish, let's see. Let me look into the future. No, I'm not looking at my notes. Okay, maybe a little. Well, here's the way I go. One of my clients is Pioneer in Ames, Iowa. Actually, they're in Johnston, Iowa. Travel to Johnston, Iowa, and while I'm visiting Pioneer, I pick up a weird bio agent. I wake up the next morning, and I have corn stalks for arms. So I rush into the street, because you can't drive with corn stalks on your arms. And I see there's a group of people, also with corn stalk arms, in the middle of the street, and they're starting to gather. Well, they gather and they start to become irritated and they decide to march on the town hall. So I don't think this is a good idea. So I run over and I try to convince them, try to sway them from their plan. And as I begin my argument, a combine turns the corner doing about 60 miles an hour, and I'm one of the first ones killed. So I'm one of the first ones killed, and I never know what the ultimate fate of the plant people are.
Shame of the week. That is a disgusting act.
Well, this is the obligatory contractual shame segment. It's called Shame Something. Shame. Candidates this week include Eastside's Tavon Austin on the bench with 32 points, but come on, where did that come from? Blair with Riley Cooper on the bench, high scorer, would have been the high scorer for his team with 22. Sandshrew Luck would have even whooped more ass had they started Darren Sproles over lame Lamar Miller. But the award this week goes to Julian's team, Dark Carnival, where he benched both Andre Brown and Marcus Colston. Had he started them, he likely would have won. Well, this is all I have to say. Believe me, I've said too much. Till next time, this is Adam Spindell. Muck Tuck. Stay. Hello, this is Adam Spindell with your week 10 fantasy Fire Fantasy Flames something league. Anyway, let's go. We can't edit this. Let's just redo this again. One more. I have to stop laughing.